Imagine waking up one morning and suddenly your country's military radar systems begin flashing red. Alarms start ringing inside defense command centers. Satellite systems detect something unusual rising into the sky. Within seconds, military analysts confirm the worst. Ballistic missiles have just been launched, and not from a random place, but from one of the most unpredictable and secretive countries on Earth, North Korea. Within minutes, at least 10 missiles are detected flying high above the atmosphere, heading toward the Sea of Japan. Governments immediately go on alert. Military officials begin tracking every movement, because when Kim Jong Un launches missiles, it is never just a test, it is a message. But the real question is, why did North Korea suddenly fire 10 ballistic missiles? And is this just another military signal, or the beginning of something far more dangerous? To understand this situation, we need to look deeper into what exactly happened. According to military officials in the region, North Korea launched around 10 ballistic missiles in a coordinated series of tests. The missiles were fired toward the waters between Japan and the Korean Peninsula, commonly known as the Sea of Japan. As soon as the launches happened, radar systems in South Korea, Japan, and the United States immediately detected them. Defense forces began tracking their altitude, speed, and trajectory. Within minutes, military officials confirmed that the missiles eventually landed in the sea. Thankfully, none of them hit civilian areas, but the launch itself was enough to trigger a wave of concern across East Asia, because ballistic missiles are not ordinary weapons. These are powerful systems designed to travel long distances at extremely high speeds, and in some cases they can carry nuclear warheads. So why would North Korea suddenly launch so many missiles at once? The answer is connected to military exercises taking place nearby. At the same time these missile launches occurred, the United States and South Korea were conducting large-scale joint military drills. These exercises involve fighter jets, missile defense systems, naval warships, and thousands of soldiers training together. From the perspective of Washington and Seoul, these drills are defensive. They are meant to prepare for potential threats. But from the perspective of North Korea, the situation looks very different. The North Korean government often describes these drills as rehearsals for invasion, and historically, every time these exercises take place, North Korea responds with missile tests. It is their way of sending a message that says, "We are watching, and we are ready." Over the last decade, North Korea has rapidly expanded its missile technology. Under the leadership of Kim Jong Un, the country has invested heavily in military development. North Korea has tested several different types of missiles, including short-range ballistic missiles that can reach South Korea, medium-range missiles capable of striking Japan, and long-range intercontinental ballistic missiles, often called ICBMs. Some of these weapons are believed to have the range to reach parts of the United States. That possibility has dramatically changed the global security conversation, because once a country can deliver nuclear weapons across continents, the balance of power shifts. And that is exactly why the world closely monitors every North Korean missile launch. Following the launches, both Japan and South Korea issued strong statements condemning the tests. Japanese defense officials confirmed that the missiles landed outside their territorial waters. However, they described the launch as a serious threat to regional peace and security. Meanwhile, South Korea's military said it was closely monitoring the situation. The country also conducted its own readiness drills in response. Military leaders in Seoul emphasized that their alliance with the United States remains strong, and that they are prepared to respond to any further provocations. For the United States, North Korea's missile launches represent an ongoing strategic challenge. Washington has repeatedly imposed economic sanctions on the North Korean government in an attempt to slow its weapons program. However, despite years of sanctions, North Korea has continued testing more advanced missiles. The United States has also strengthened its military presence in the region. American forces regularly operate alongside South Korean and Japanese defense units. This partnership is designed to deter potential aggression and maintain stability in the region. But maintaining that stability is becoming increasingly complicated. This is the question many people around the world are asking. The truth is, missile tests alone do not automatically mean war. North Korea has conducted many missile tests over the years as a way to demonstrate power and send political messages. However, the risk always exists, because in highly tense regions, even small incidents can escalate quickly. A misunderstanding between military forces, an unexpected radar detection, or a misinterpreted action could potentially lead to a larger conflict. That is why the Korean Peninsula remains one of the most heavily monitored regions on Earth. For now, the missiles have fallen into the sea. No cities were destroyed, no lives were lost. But the message from Kim Jong Un was clear. North Korea is continuing to develop its military capabilities, and each missile launch is a reminder that geopolitical tensions in this region remain very real. The world may see these launches as tests, but in reality, they are signals about power, signals about strategy, and signals about a future that remains uncertain. Because in today's world, sometimes the most dangerous weapons are not the ones that explode, but the ones that send a message.